feel like buying a pair of shoes. Thank you, Fatima, for that fabulous story. I have bug stories as you requested. Unfortunately, mine do not involve as much fear and suspense as yours. Although one of them does contain a bit of disgust, possibly, and trauma, but not that bad. Okay, so I was walking through the market the other day. Well, 10 years ago. And there's a shop where I always went to buy something called Napolitan, which is a little biscuit sweet, which they make it in the shop and they cover it in pink icing, possibly strawberry icing, who knows, I don't remember now. So I was just going on my usual day and I requested that my mom would purchase 2 for me. So as I had one that I grabbed to eat, I took a bite out of it. And but the thing is, while I took the bite, like when my teeth kind of closed, I felt something not normal. But I just consumed that half anyway. While I was about to go and consume the second half, I noticed, oh god, there was a butt of a giant fly. Okay, it wasn't a giant fly, but it was about this thick. Probably about the size of this tooth, actually. Right, so I just dropped that and I just spit out whatever was in my mouth, and till this day I have seen that sweet many times again and I have not eaten it, although it used to be my favorite sweet, which is a shame. It's still creepy. I mean, now when I go back to think about that experience, I just remember my teeth hitting that thing that I didn't recognize and knowing that it was Anyway, also a more recent one, which I think I've told you about anyway. I was walking down the street to school and I was just breathing in normally and a fly kind of decided to be breathed into my nose. The bitch. Right, it was okay. I just kind of like sort of, you know how it works. I was with my uncle, who was just apparently sneezing, and he captured his sneeze in a tissue, and when he looked, there was a mosquito in the tissue. So I'm not sure whether he sneezed because of the mosquito or whether the mosquito's been there for a while and then the sneeze kind of removed it. Actually, something weird did happen this week. I was in my shower and began to feel weird, so I rushed things a bit so I could get out and put my clothes on. Now, while getting on half of my clothes, I realized that I was going to faint, so I ended up leaning against something in my bathroom. But I didn't faint, luckily. Anyway, so I got on the rest of my clothes and I was about to faint again. So I kind of ended up leaning against something for like about 10 minutes trying to not faint. And then I managed to get the rest of my clothes on and I kind of ran to my bedroom and lied on my bed, and then I blacked out. And when I woke up, I could just hear loud ringing, and it wasn't really spinning, but I couldn't really focus my vision on anything. It was very weird. It was a very weird experience, but I've been fine since then, so I haven't been to the doctors or anything. It was weird. I did have breakfast. In fact, I had 2 bowls of cereal about 2 hours before that. And that day I decided to be healthy and drink loads of water. So it's not dehydration. Don't know. It's one of those things, eh? See.